Mercedes EQS sales crashed 52%. BMW sitting 544 days. Dealers are panicking with $100,000 cars nobody wants. I'm exposing 23 financial disasters, and the number one worst is getting 0% financing out of desperation. Number 23. The Volkswagen Taos. With a starting MSRP around $25,000, the Taos looks like a solid, compact SUV designed to sell fast. But beneath the surface, it's riddled with reliability issues. Owners report brake failures, coolant leaks, engine headaches, and electrical problems, landing it among the least reliable new cars you can buy. On top of that, the 2025 model came with another price hike. These problems have piled up, leaving the Taos with over 220 days of supply, sitting on lots with buyers hesitant to take the plunge. A flashy exterior isn't enough to hide its flaws. Number 22. The Ford Explorer. Once an American icon and suburban staple, the 2025 Ford Explorer is taking a hit. Starting at over $41,000, it struggles with high costs and questionable quality. Lease deals rank among the worst on the market, turning it into a financial dead end for many shoppers. Reliability ratings are consistently low, placing it near the bottom of the mid-size SUV class. Expensive to buy and costly to maintain, even a famous name can't save it. Dealers report that modern families are turning to more reliable, budget-friendly alternatives from competitors, leaving the Explorer's reputation in jeopardy. Number 21. The Buick Enclave. By late 2025, Buick faces a tough spot, sitting on a shocking 109-day supply of vehicles, well above the industry average of 84 days. The Enclave, its large three-row SUV starting around $46,000, is a major contributor. Comfortable and quiet, it still feels outdated in a fiercely competitive segment. The bigger issue is value. Why pay more for an Enclave when a Kia Telluride or Hyundai Palisade offers fresher styling, better technology, and a stronger warranty for less? Buyers aren't convinced, leaving dealers stuck with lots full of unsold Enclaves. Number 20. The Buick Envision. If the Enclave is selling slowly, the smaller Envision is moving at a glacial pace. Starting around $38,000, it suffers from the same brand problem, fuzzy identity and fierce competition, but adds extra confusion. Positioned as a compact luxury crossover, it fails to feel truly luxurious next to rivals from Lexus, Acura, or even top trims of mainstream brands. Like other Buicks, it contributes heavily to the brand's bloated inventory. Deep discounts and incentives are common, but most shoppers overlook the Envision, leaving it a forgettable option in a crowded segment full of far more compelling choices. Number 19. The Infiniti QX80. The brand new 2025 Infiniti QX80 is a perfect example of a brand aiming for the stars, but forgetting its own gravity. With a starting price that now leaps to over $84,000 and top trims that easily clear $112,000, Infiniti is asking for Cadillac Escalade and Lexus LX money. The problem is, it simply doesn't have Cadillac or Lexus brand power. While the new QX80 is undeniably packed with luxurious features and impressive tech, the Infiniti badge on the grille doesn't justify that six-figure price tag for most luxury buyers. These are huge, expensive SUVs to have just sitting around, and dealers are beginning to sweat as they fail to find enough people willing to drop premium German or American luxury money on a brand, still trying to prove it belongs in that club. Number 18. The Porsche Taycan. This one might come as a shock. The Porsche Taycan was the darling of the performance EV world when it launched, a true game-changer that proved electric cars could have a soul. But in 2025, its star has significantly dimmed. The initial buzz is gone, and with a starting price tag of nearly $100,000 for the base model, sales have slowed way down. With a market day supply that has been estimated at over 200 days, dealers are sitting on a lot of very expensive electric Porsches. In the fast-moving EV world, its design is getting older, and newer competitors from a host of other brands now offer better range, faster charging, and more cutting-edge technology. For a prestige brand like Porsche, having thousands of its flagship EV just waiting for a home is a clear and painful sign they misread the long-term demand. Number 17. The Mercedes-Benz EQE and EQS. Mercedes-Benz tried to position the EQE and EQS sedans as the electric heirs to the legendary E-Class and S-Class thrones. These were meant to be the silent, high-tech flagships of the new era, with prices to match, as the EQE sedan starts at nearly $75,000 and the EQS often soars well into the six-figure range. The problem? Buyers aren't convinced. The amorphous jelly bean styling has been a major turnoff for traditional Mercedes loyalists, and the cars have been criticized for not feeling as special as their gas-powered counterparts. In 2024, sales of the flagship EQS lineup plummeted by a staggering 52%, while the EQE line fell 39%. This isn't just an EV problem for Mercedes either. The brand saw a significant decline in its entire top-end segment globally in 2024, a drop that also hit its most prestigious models, including the iconic S-Class. For dealers, these expensive EVs represent a massive bet that simply isn't paying off, leaving them with high-priced inventory that is being largely ignored by the very customers they were built for. Number 16. The Chrysler 300. This car makes the list for a sad but simple reason. It's a ghost. Production of the legendary Chrysler 300 officially ended for good in late 2023. The final 300C edition, a last hurrah with a powerful V8 engine, was priced at over $56,000. Any examples you see languishing on a dealership lot in 2025 are simply the last few leftovers of a dead model line. It's a car with no future. For a potential buyer, that raises serious and unavoidable questions about long-term parts availability, specialized service, and, of course, a resale value that is likely to fall off a cliff. These last-call models are a tough choice for anyone but the most die-hard fans, making them a hard sell for dealers trying to clear out the final remnants of a bygone era. Number 15. The Dodge Charger and Challenger V8 models, just like their Chrysler cousin. The V8-powered Dodge Charger and Challenger are officially history. Stellantis ended production of the Hemi-powered muscle cars in December 2023, marking the end of an era. The final 2023 models, like the Charger RT or Challenger Scat Pack, with starting prices around $45,000, were the last of the line. Dodge is now shifting toward an electric and six-cylinder future, leaving behind the gas-guzzling, tire-shredding icons that defined the brand. Any V8 still sitting on lots in 2025 are the absolute final units, with thousands reportedly unsold a year after production ended. Nostalgic for enthusiasts but irrelevant in today's market, these muscle cars represent an emotional goodbye. But in the cold reality of 2025, dealers are stuck trying to move the last few before they vanish forever. Number 14. The Jeep Renegade. Another Stellantis model bites the dust. The boxy Jeep Renegade, with a starting price of around $28,000 for its final 2023 model year, has been officially discontinued in the US and Canadian markets. Designed as an entry-level gateway to the Jeep brand, it never won over purists who derided it as a fake Jeep, built on a Fiat platform, lacking the rugged DNA of its siblings. Sales steadily declined over the years as buyers rejected its cramped interior, poor fuel economy, shaky reliability, and absence of true off-road capability. Dealers are now clearing remaining stock. The Renegade's discontinuation is the ultimate sign. Despite its Jeep badge, the little SUV never found a market or earned the credibility of its legendary family. Number 13. The Kia Stinger. The Kia Stinger was a hero's attempt, a stunning rear-wheel drive Korean sports sedan built to take on the Germans at their own game, and critics absolutely loved it, praising its style, performance, and value. But glowing reviews don't always translate to great sales. The market reality is that buyers have overwhelmingly shifted away from sedans and into SUVs. After years of dwindling sales on a car that started around $37,000 in its final year, Kia officially pulled the plug, with production ending in 2023 due to declining demand. Like the other discontinued cars on this list, any new Stingers left on lots are automotive orphans. While a few enthusiasts might snatch them up as future classics, the mainstream market has moved on, leaving dealers to clear out the leftovers of a brilliant but failed experiment. Number 12. The Nissan Titan. For nearly 2 decades, the Nissan Titan has tried, and failed, to make a dent in the American full-size truck market, a segment completely dominated by the giants from Ford, GM, and Ram. Now, Nissan has finally waved the white flag of surrender. The 2025 model year, with a starting price of around $43,000, will be its last. The Titan was always an afterthought in the market, consistently criticized for a dated interior, less capability, and worse fuel economy than its domestic rivals. It simply couldn't compete. Now, dealers are stuck with the miserable job of trying to sell the last of a truck that the market has been systemically rejecting for almost 20 years. It is, without a doubt, a truck that sits on lots because nobody wants it. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Number 11. The Jaguar F-Pace. Jaguar is a brand having a very public and very painful identity crisis. It's attempting a radical and risky move to go far up market to chase brands like Bentley, but its current cars, with starting prices around $57,000, are stuck in a painful limbo. The F-Pace, supposedly the brand's best-selling model, is now one of the slowest-selling vehicles in the entire country. Some reports in late 2025 showed its market day supply topping an astronomical 321 days. Buyers are rightly hesitant to drop significant money on a premium vehicle from a brand with such a chaotic and uncertain future. Those stylish but stagnant SUVs have become a symbol of Jaguar's troubles, collecting dust on dealer lots for almost a year before finding a buyer. Number 10. The Nissan Murano. If the Titan pickup was a strategic failure, the Nissan Murano is a masterclass in corporate neglect. The current version of this mid-size crossover, which starts at over $40,000, feels ancient. The swoopy design was interesting a decade ago, but now it's just dated. The interior, the technology, and especially the whiny CVT transmission are all years behind the fresh and exciting competition. And the sales numbers tell the whole story. With a market day supply that has been seen climbing well over the industry average, it's crystal clear that buyers are overwhelmingly choosing more modern, efficient, and interesting competitors. The Murano has been left to wither on the vine, a forgotten option that dealers struggle to even get customers to test drive. Number 9. The Tesla Cybertruck. From internet-breaking meme to dealership headache, the Tesla Cybertruck is a story of hype crashing into reality. After years of promises of a sub-$40,000 price, the real truck has landed with a starting price of around $80,000 for the all-wheel drive model. Now, the buzz is being replaced by owner complaints of inconsistent panel gaps, surprisingly fast-appearing rust spots on its stainless steel body, and a polarizing design that is proving too extreme for the mainstream truck market. Early adopters are finding that its radical shape creates massive blind spots, and its experimental tech can be buggy. Dealers who paid a premium to get these on their lots are now staring down a niche vehicle with a 6-figure price tag that many traditional truck buyers simply find too weird and too expensive. Number 8. The Ford F-150 Lightning and Hybrid. Okay, this is probably the most controversial one on the list. How can any version of America's best-selling truck be a vehicle nobody wants? The answer is complicated. While the F-150 line as a whole is still a sales titan, the expensive, high-tech electrified versions are proving to be a much harder sell than Ford anticipated. Adding the PowerBoost hybrid engine costs thousands extra, and buyers are questioning the real-world fuel economy gains. At the same time, the all-electric F-150 Lightning, which starts at a steep price of around $50,000 for the commercial PRO trim, is slamming into the reality of a cooling EV market. It was red hot at launch, but now the high sticker prices are scaring off mainstream truck buyers, leading to a significant pileup of certain trims on dealer lots. Number 7. The Volkswagen ID.4. The ID.4 was supposed to be Volkswagen's electric car for the masses, the spiritual successor to the Beetle for the electric age. Instead, with a starting price of over $41,000, it has slammed into a wall of public indifference and reliability concerns. At one point, its market day supply was approaching a disastrous 297 days. It's been consistently hammered by critics and owners for its buggy, frustrating infotainment system and spotty software reliability. Furthermore, the expiration of key federal EV tax credits at the end of September 2025 has only made its value proposition even worse. For many would-be EV buyers, the ID.4 simply asks for too many compromises, and they're voting with their feet by walking away to more polished competitors. Number 6. The Jeep Compass. The Jeep Compass, with a starting MSRP of around $26,000, proudly wears the brand's famous 7-slot grille, but many owners and critics argue that's where the Jeep part of the vehicle ends. It has been dogged by a reputation for poor reliability and numerous recalls. Owner complaints frequently cite frustrating electrical glitches, transmission problems, and various engine issues, with owner satisfaction ratings being mixed. While Jeep manages to move a lot of them through fleet sales and heavy incentives, they also build a ton, leading to persistently high inventory levels. In a cutthroat compact SUV market filled with excellent options from other brands, the Compass is widely seen as an outdated and uninspired choice. For many shoppers, it's a hard pass. Number 5. The Audi A6 and S6. The luxury sedan market is tough, but for Audi's mid-size entries, it has become a complete bloodbath. The A6, which starts at around $59,000, and its sporty S6 sibling are officially two of the slowest-selling cars in America. In mid-2025, reports showed the A6 taking a mind-boggling 409 days to sell, with the S6 being even worse at an unbelievable 482 days. These cars are beautiful and well-built, but they are perceived as too conservative and a full step behind their more dynamic rivals from BMW and Mercedes. That twin-screen infotainment system, once a cool party trick, now just feels clumsy and distracting compared to newer interfaces. When a luxury car sits on a dealer lot for over a year, it's a complete financial catastrophe for that dealership. Number 4. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer is the poster child for brand hubris. Jeep executives thought they could slap their rugged off-road badge on a luxury SUV starting north of $90,000 and compete directly with the Cadillac Escalade and Lincoln Navigator. They forgot one tiny, crucial detail: brand permission. Mainstream luxury buyers are simply not willing to pay $100,000 or more for a vehicle with a Jeep badge on it, no matter how nice it is inside. The result? The Grand Wagoneer is one of the absolute slowest-selling vehicles in the nation, with an almost unbelievable market day supply that has been estimated at over 400 days. They are beautiful, they are luxurious, and they now serve as very, very expensive decorations on dealership lots across the country. Number 3. The BMW XM and XM Red Label. BMW M's first standalone model since the legendary M1 should have been an instant icon, but the XM has become a historic flop, with a polarizing design, a starting price of $159,000, and a heavy hybrid powertrain that alienated purists. It landed with a thud. Consumer reactions have been brutal, literally a pig wearing lipstick, and one of the ugliest cars in the US. Sales tell the story. Only 1,974 units sold in its first full year, making it BMW's slowest-selling US model, even trailing the aging Z4 Roadster. Inventory has ballooned to 544 days of supply, nearly 18 months of unsold SUVs. BMW is offering discounts up to $22,500 to move them. The XM isn't just slow selling. It's a cautionary tale of how controversial styling and sky-high pricing can tank a luxury launch. Number 2. The Dodge Hornet. The Dodge Hornet isn't just a sales failure, it's a Category 5 disaster. It has been consistently ranked as one of the slowest-selling vehicles in America, with a day's supply that has been estimated in the disastrous 244-day range and has even peaked higher. With a starting price of over $31,000, the problem is glaringly obvious to everyone. It's a lazy, cynical badge engineering job. The Hornet is just a slightly angrier-looking Alfa Romeo Tonale, a car from another brand under the same corporate umbrella. Dodge's loyal fans, who love V8s and rear-wheel drive, have rejected it completely. It doesn't look, feel, or drive like a true Dodge. Plagued by recalls, electrical issues, and a high price, it's an overpriced, unwanted crossover that dealers are practically begging people to take. Number 1. The Ram 1500 High-End Trims. The most desperate vehicle for dealers to move in 2025? The high-end, fully loaded Ram 1500. Ram is grappling with some of the highest inventory levels in the industry, with brand-wide days of supply climbing past 100. The root of the problem: Ram overproduced ultra-expensive Laramie, Limited, and new tungsten trims, with sticker prices from $70,000 to nearly $90,000. In today's market, where average loan rates hover around 7% or higher, few buyers can afford a luxury pickup costing as much as a small house down payment. As a result, these trucks are sitting on lots for 200-plus days. Dealers are feeling the financial strain, slashing prices and offering 0% financing in a desperate attempt to move them. Ram simply built too many, priced them too high, and now the high-trim 1500 is the vehicle dealerships most want off their lots in 2025. The 2025 auto market meltdown isn't about too few cars. It's about a flood of the wrong cars at the wrong price. Across these 23 models, the pattern is clear: overpricing, brand arrogance, and a complete disconnect from what buyers actually want. What do you think? Agree or totally disagree? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the content, smash that like button and subscribe for more auto content. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.